Positive Black Images. Woo! You guys, let me tell y'all something, man. I've been meaning to come live for the longest, you feel me? But I manage other pages. I'm a homeschool mom. You know what I'm saying? I manage this property and where I live. So, you feel me? I'm literally out here, Black generational wealthy. Okay, this was my aunt's house. So here I am to talk about what's the type of okay, the Black community is having a mental health crisis and how to solve that, right? Because here at Positive Black Images, speaking of mental health and yeah, this is a little stress drink. I've been a little under stress the past couple weeks and whatnot. So, drinking a little something. But yeah. I'm just making certain observations in the world and just being like, wow, the Black community is legitimately having a mental health crisis, for real. And it's very worrying, especially for the future of our community and especially our youth. Like, I've been wanting to speak on different topics in the Black community for like the longest time, but it's like, for me, I like to keep things positive, hence the name. Because I just feel like there's enough focus on the negative in our community, and I just want to focus on the positive and highlight the positive. But we are having a mental health crisis, and I think it is worth it to speak on. So here I am speaking on it. Because, and what makes me qualified to even speak on mental health? Well, I have a degree, a BA or BS in criminal justice and an English minor. And part of my prerequisites for getting my degree was to also study psychology, right? So I studied psychology a little bit, and then over the years, although I did not study it formally as like my main focus of my degree, I have studied it on my own, because psychology and mental health and the brain and how it works and how our past and past experiences and traumas affect our future. Like, it's something that's very important and interesting to me. So I study it on my own anyways. And then obviously I am a Black woman, and I happen to also be Jamaican, but I'm a Black woman. And I have struggled with my own mental health. You know what I'm saying? Like depression. I suffered with depression for many, many years, most of my life actually. Until one day I woke up and decided that I was just going to choose to be happy. And I know it might be simpler said than like actually doing it, but that to me is the first choice when it comes to solving some mental health issues. Especially if you're not too far gone. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a spectrum. Okay, there's people like myself that may be struggling with certain mental health stuff like anxiety, depression, stuff like that. And then there's people that's really checked the fuck out and gone. You know what I'm saying? Those people, we're not talking about them today. We're talking about people that may be more moderate or, at the not so end of the spectrum. So, because here's the thing, right? And no one ever really talks about it, but, and I do want to specifically talk about how race and prejudice affect racial stuff, and prejudice affect Black mental health, because it's affected my mental health as well. Because it's just like, it's just a lot going through the world and trying to just navigate it. And just, trying to make things happen for yourself, whether it is trying to be a business person, whether it is buying a home, whether it is going to the hospital, all across the board, prejudice and racism could affect your life as a black person, you feel me? Or POC, person of color, but today we're focused on black folk, okay? Because for me personally, I can't stand when people talk about like shit with black folks and then they want to bring in the unicorns, the dwarves, the fucking whales and everybody in their fucking mama. Like, no, we talking about black people. We talking about black folk. Because not for nothing, I feel like said a black experience is unlike any other experience you will have on this planet. Because, for instance, right? If you are, no matter, one thing we realize when it come on to being black, especially in America, it doesn't matter how far you climb up the social ladder, the educational ladder, the financial ladder, racism and prejudice still affects your daily fucking life. Look at all those black performers and entertainers in Hollywood. They can't even speak out on certain stuff without their whole livelihood getting taken away from them. While other demographics in the world get to basically rag on black people all day and no one bats a fucking eye. You know what I'm saying? It's the hypocrisy for me, but stuff like that do affect your mental health. And that is why it is so important to take care of your mental health. You feel me? Like whatever you need to do. One solution that I would say works for me is aside from deciding to be happy and just knowing that, you know what, I'm going to have moments when I may feel down and I may not be my happiest, but I'm choosing to look on the bright side of life. I'm choosing to wake up this morning and find reasons to smile. Because what helped me too with like mental health stuff, and getting to the point where I got to where I was like, I'm gonna decide to be happy, quote unquote. Like, it makes a huge difference when, you know, like one thing that made me decide is like, I remember times when I would be like struggling and going through stuff. And even then I still found reasons to smile. Like, you know what I'm saying? There were still happy moments. And that's when it hit me that, you know what? Happiness is what you make it. Like, you literally could choose any emotion and you chose to be sad. You chose to be whatever, right? But even if you're sad, damn it, you could fake it till you fucking make it, bitch. Smile every day at yourself in the mirror and be like, I'm good. But also the number one solution, I believe, for mental health issues in the black community is to seek mental health help. And not for nothing, there is actually, I believe there's a shortage of mental health professionals specifically for black people. You get what I'm saying? Because like for me, it has been an arduous journey just trying to find a therapist. And it's like, I just feel like I don't even want to get back into looking for one. Because it's just been too much. It's been too difficult. Like, I had a therapist once before. It was this white lady, and I think she was pretty good. You know, she, to this day, there's still so much that just going into therapy helped me to realize. Like, I remember she said to me one time, she said, you know, you were too nice, and I'm really worried that one day you being too nice is going to get you in some real trouble one day. Okay? And she said that when I was 18, and I'm 34 now. I took therapy for a year once I was 18 because the essay, Sexual Abuse, came out. That shit is so fucking weird. Like, it literally just cut off in the middle of me fucking talking. Anyways, I'm back, so that was annoying as fuck. I don't even remember what the fuck I was saying. God damn. What was I saying? Oh, okay. The effects of essay, which is childhood sexual abuse. You get what I'm saying? I have to say it that way because I don't know what the fuck I have to say on this shit. But I want to be able to say it. So that affected my mental health for the longest time because no one really understands that that type of abuse like leaves you in such a state of like PTSD that like there were times when I literally had flashbacks of the abuse occurring to me as a child, like as an adult. And it's like I'm there in the same moment and it's happening all over again. Like one day I literally, mental health stuff again, right? I literally was so shattered mentally that I couldn't even go into work that day. I literally had to call out of work because I was just having flashbacks of the abuse, and it just put me out of commission. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I was just like in bed crying for like a whole 2 days. Couldn't even make it to work. So no one talks about that. And not for nothing, there is a lot of sexual abuse in black families. And the fucked up thing is, in too many black families, the perverts and the perpetrators of perversions are fucking protected and coddled. Okay? Even in my family. Okay? I'm gonna share those stories with y'all one day, but that's not what we're going on. But stuff like that can affect your mental health, obviously. The traumas that black people have had to deal with, especially if you were born in the West. You know what I'm saying? Like, sure, many black people did not come here as slaves, but a lot did. You feel me? So that in itself is a trauma. Like, and the next thing too that I believe is also very traumatic with the black community is that we as a whole, not everyone, but many people don't believe in therapy. You know what I'm saying? It's like looked at as a weakness to go to therapy and seek mental health help. So just that stigma in itself is dangerous to have. But not for nothing, I do want to list some resources, right? For instance, there's a website called Black Girls Need Therapy or blackgirltherapy.com or something like that. If you Google it, it will come up. And basically, it is a website dedicated to finding therapists, well, I mainly see women on there. But I guess it's like you're finding black female therapists or black therapists for, it's basically a hub for that. So I would say check out that. And what's kind of awesome in it is like you can pick the different specializations that the therapists have. Like, for instance, like for me, I would be looking for one that deals with sexual trauma, the SE, you get me word? Trauma. And I also definitely I want a therapist that understands how racism can play a part in my experience as a black person and can play a role in the state of my mental health as a black woman. They also have therapists for that. That's how it really does affect our lives as black people. Because the thing is, like, while other races have a chance 9 times out of 10 to be like, don't get me wrong, like, in human history, all races have had slavery throughout history. That's just part of human life on this planet, right? However, we all know that this transatlantic slave trade was on another level. You feel me? Never before in history, since or after, have it been systematically used to erase people from their history. Like, we're literally the lost tribes of Judah out here, for real, for real. So, you know what I'm saying? That's unique in its own self. So it's like, while other races may be able to transcend certain things they've experienced in the past, like, this can change. You get what I'm saying? And even if you were to bleach your skin, you still have ethnic black features. So it's like, you can't just hide. You can't change that. You know what I'm saying? That's just how you were born for the most part. So it's a lot harder to transcend that. But I just want to tap in to my brothers and sisters and others out there, because you know people going by all type of different fucking pronouns and stupid ass shit nowadays. So I'm talking to the whale, the donkey, and the fucking ER over there. So, you know, I just want to tap in with y'all and just let you guys know that it is okay to seek mental health, and especially with the black femicide rate, it is so fucking high. Like, I feel like the black community is literally imploding in on itself, and we're like eating each other alive. And specifically, like, and did y'all ever hear, like, you ever hear like a saying that says, basically like the strength of a nation depends on how like you treat its women or something like that. So it's like, man, it's just really sad to state that it's just really sad the state that the black community is in, especially when it comes to the vitriol between black men and black women. It's like, for me, although I haven't had the greatest experiences period with men in general, no matter race, specifically black men, you know, like I've had very traumatic things happen more than once in relation to them. But to me, I just look at it in a way like this. I don't ever want anything that has happened in life to make me to completely just like hate any type of man or any type of race of anyone or any type of specific person. Because not every single person is like that, obviously, right? Sorry. But it's just like, when I look at even some bullshit I've been through, dating black men or being married to one, like, it's just, we are in trouble. We're in a lot of trouble. For real. Like, I feel like black people ended up doing to each other what the rest of the world do to us. Especially black men. Like, some black men are some of the biggest white supremacists out there. And it's really sad to see that, you know what I'm saying? And some black men are very treasonous, and it's like they literally, many of them, especially in the United States, they don't have any real love for black women or children. And I think that's really sad. That's why it's like, for me, like, it's really hard sometimes, like, dating wise, to date, especially like black American men. I feel like black American men just have a totally different mindset and a totally different experience in life. And just even the state of black people in this country, it's like, in America they teach you of your inferiority. I never grew up like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, although white supremacy and certain stuff still affect us in Jamaica, like, I was never taught to like hate my blackness, if that makes sense. You get me? So make sure you guys take care. I'm in my kitchen because I gotta get my charger. But make sure that you guys take care of your mental health. You know what I'm saying? And reach out. There's also something called betterhelp.com where you can find therapy. And therapy is also like, granted you have health insurance, right? If you live in the United States. So, but my thing is this, right? I don't understand why therapy is so hard to find. Because even me, I was trying to find a therapist. And it's like, when I finally found a black therapist, before I found out about Black Girls Need Therapy or whatever that website is called, before I even found out, I found a black therapist just by like looking, you know, just online or whatever. And just what I looked online was pretty crazy. It was pretty darn crazy because just when I found a black therapist, right, it's twice this shit happened. They did not take my insurance. So it's like I could not get the therapy I needed because they didn't take my fucking insurance. But I wanted specifically black people to be my therapist or whatever. You get what I'm saying? Sorry. Because it's actually an ex of mine. He said to me, he said, listen, I personally think that you need a black woman therapist the next time you do therapy because she would understand what it is you go through in your daily life as a black woman. And I said, wow, that was definitely eye-opening because you see, when I went into therapy when I was 18, I never thought of like, oh, I need a black therapist or anything like that. You get what I'm saying? But then you really But then you really do, though. I really think you do. Because, especially if you're living in the United States of America, you do need a black therapist. Because, like, for me going to therapy is also, fuck, she looks so crazy. It's because of the way the charger is. It just looks like the camera's like facing up. But I can't stand the way that shit look. Hold on, y'all. Because it's the way the charger is. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Shit was driving me crazy. But, so yeah, I decided that, you know what, I need that. I need a black woman therapist. So I've been looking for one for quite some time now. And then, like, once I found out about black girls need therapy or black girls therapy or some shit, because my sisters both take therapy on there, okay? They both are in therapy on there. And my mom's also in therapy too. So no, that's good. I know they psycho asses needed it, so I'm happy for them. I need to get in there too. You know what I'm saying? And it's a very dysfunctional situation, especially like between my immediate family. Like I feel like I have like a mean girlfriend on. Especially like, you know, teenage years to young adult years. Like, you know, that's honestly why and that's the next thing too that can affect your mental health as a black person is the dysfunctionality of your family. I know it affected my mental health, mine and my daughter, to the point that I was like, you know what? I am going to have to love y'all from a distance before I fuck one of y'all up. Okay? So, yeah. But I will be coming on and talking about more topics. And I do want to do a part 2 to this. Or maybe do something where I talk about how racism and prejudice affects mental health of black people, right? So that, but y'all, I'm truly worried. Like, and then the crazy thing is, like, you know, Ellen DeGeneres DJ. Don't quote me on this. I think his name was Twiz or something like that. He like unalived himself, and I'm just like, yo, like if you look at his Instagram freaking thing, he looks super happy. He has a beautiful wife, 3 beautiful kids. You know, him and his wife were like dancing together and stuff. And I'm like, damn, this lady done lost her dancing partner for life. Literally. That shit is so sad. And literally, like, seeing that, how happy and normal he looked just to unalive himself, I'm like, this shit do not make no sense. And I was like, you know what? So it gave me the idea to just talk about mental health. Because clearly it was a mental health issue. And for anyone that lack understanding, overstanding, and understanding, especially when it comes to SSI, you know, unaliving yourself, like, it's not about your family. It's not about you if you're a family member, a friend. You know, it's about the person that experienced that. It is about the person that chose to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were hurting. Okay? And the fucked up thing is, like, people say, y'all ever have the experience where people say to you, like, oh, let me see, like, if they'll say, like, you know, let me see again. Like, if them first said to you, right, like, you know, yeah, I'm not thinking of. But anyways, I remember it a little bit, but it's just crazy. It really is. And not for nothing, the next thing too that can solve mental health issues is to get the fuck away from those assholes you're around, okay? Like, For me, one thing that helps my mental health is to stay away from overly critical people. People that's always trying to put me down or make me feel insecure about stuff or feel bad about myself. Because, I grew up with a mom that had a very vile mouth. And because of that experience, I just like one of my biggest pet peeves in life is people speaking to me disrespectfully and not keeping the fucking respect level high, especially if I did not disrespect them first. That's a big deal to me. So, definitely. And also, what will help your mental health, that could solve your mental health issues, is to set fucking boundaries. Period. 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 But I honestly think that mental health should be, and I mean, mental health is all across the board in all types of folks, yes. However, the situations that black people have to deal with in this world, especially if you live in the United States of America, is so unique. Just so gut wrenching that it's just like, that alone will affect your freaking mental health, bro. And honestly, I don't even think that pouring, helped. I don't think it helped. It literally made people's mental health deteriorate even further. It's like we're in a time right now where people have gone batshit crazy, literally. Like, whose idea was it to lock down the world for 2 years? Huh? I mean, yeah, I get that it was necessary. Don't get me wrong in certain aspects, but damn. It's just, I feel like if you weren't mentally strong and used to just being by yourself or on your own, quarantine was just whatever. Quarantine, you get me, was probably like 10 times worse for you. But you see, because my ass now, I'm more of like a popular loner that chooses to keep to herself. That was nothing to me. Shit, it was nothing. It was just like I was just mostly bored. That's what I was. I was mostly bored. Because right when it happened, I was supposed to go to Jamaica for my cousin's graduation. But then CVID stopped everything and the island was shut down. Unless you gotta take a CVID test and what I thought. So you know how that shit goes. But this is a topic that I want to continue. Excuse me, talking about. But and some other, honestly, sometimes I feel legitimately lost. Like, what the heck is the solution? What is the solution? Like, I personally think maybe there's not one solution. Maybe there's not an end all be all. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's many solutions. So I think it's worth to be discussed and explored some more. You feel me? And I think there should be resources that is available for people that do not have health insurance to be able to seek mental health, especially in America. Like, why the fuck can't you just walk into a hospital and be like, oh, I need to talk to someone, oh, I'm on, you know what I'm saying, like, without being labeled or without feeling like you're gonna be at risk and be like fucking 21, 72, 21, whatever. There's some number when they put your ass in the mental hospital, okay? Without having to be labeled as that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just kills me to know that, like, damn, ain't nothing. Like, there needs to be more done for mental health, especially for black people. I think one big thing that would help for our reparations is if we got free mental health help. Literally, like, mental health help should be free. And I just feel like you should be able to get mental health without freaking insurance. Like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, that shit just drives me crazy. Like, why should you have to pay for mental health? Like, I feel like, just like, this is how I explain mental health to my daughter. Mentally. I say, just like how you can get sick in your body and you have a cold, you can get sick in your mind, okay? And some people get lost in the labyrinth of their mind, okay? I think of the human mind as Fucking shit is acting up. The blood clot, man. Oh, yo. When he's talking about good shit, that's the devil. I'm talking about good stuff in the start. Okay. So, oh my god. I don't even remember what the fuck I was gonna say. Anyways, yeah. But listen, make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure you guys check out my videos, and I will be posting some more content between probably tomorrow. But thank you so much for 122 subscribers. It's greatly appreciated. So hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell, so you can be notified whenever I post and or go live, and tell friends to tell a friend. Most importantly, don't keep me to yourself. Help me to saturate the many negative images out there of Black people. That is why I created Positive Black Images, to saturate the negative images out there, okay? So we have a little sprinkle of light as well. Because if you follow the media, even Black media, like, it's nothing but degeneracy and degenerate ass behavior and things being promoted. And that's problematic for me. And I realize even on these platforms, like, if you're a Black creator that's more like on the positive tip, they want to like shadow ban your shit. All type of stupid ass shit start happening. Like, even perfect example, I'm on Wi-Fi and my cell phone service is on, and this shit is acting up. But I'm talking about such an important thing. I'm gonna step off the camera and see if that might help, because this is some fucking bullshit. Okay. It was lagging, and I don't know why, because it's not even lagging now. So, I want to just, I want to just encourage you guys to just take care of yourself and take care of one another. And to my Black women out there, protect your damn self, because ain't nobody coming to save us, okay? The world expects us to be the mules of the fucking world and just, the trash bags of the world, and we don't have to be. I refuse to do it, and that's just it. But make sure you guys also check out my Positive Black Images page on Facebook, and check out my other posts, and look in the descriptions under my videos if you want to support in other ways, because I am also a content creator on many different platforms. I have an OnlyFans, I have a Feed Finders, Chronicles of Nardia for both of them. And I'm also on Twitter, Chronicles of Nardia, NardibSound on TikTok. And I also have a Facebook business page, Instagram, and YouTube. All three of them, HairbyNardia, okay? And, I always say support Black business, support Black businesses. HairbyNardia.com is coming, okay? We'll be selling hair, lashes, lash glue that could be used as eyeliner, lip stuff, hair glue, bonnets, you know what I'm saying? So I'm in the works with that. So as soon as that's done, I'm going to share it with y'all. But I will be coming live again and having a part 2 to this discussion and get more in depth with certain things. But so basically I am here to sound a figurative alarm that the Black community is imploding in on itself. And we're in the middle of a mental health crisis, okay? And literally, this, to me, I feel like this, right? Like, I feel like one thing that's affecting the Black femicide rate and making it so high is that, like, Black men feel very disenfranchised and feel powerless. So it's like, who do people take out their wrath on 9 times out of 10? The person closest to them, usually their lover, their kids. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like when that happens, it's like they feel so disenfranchised in their regular life that it's like it's their last ditch effort of like trying to regain some power. which is not an excuse, but it's a deep conversation that I think is worth having. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, and black women, take care of yourself, okay? Whether that means getting your little pew pew, learning some self-defense classes, okay? Prepare yourself, okay? Because failing to prepare is preparing to fail. And it is so sad that as a black woman, sometimes you could get assaulted, harassed, maimed, emdered, and ain't nobody crying over you, ain't nobody coming to your rescue, ain't nobody coming to save your black ass. So you better save your motherfucking self, okay? Love you guys. And I will be coming live again. Like I said, we're gonna have a part 2 to this. We are. Okay, and in the meantime, go to Black Girls Need Therapy or blackgirltherapy.com. Get your ass some therapy, black girl. Everybody else, get you some motherfucking therapy too. On BetterHelp.com. And I'm so sorry, this shit is cutting up. I don't know why it's doing that. That's just the devil. And honestly, I feel like these fucking apps be fucking with you. Especially if you're not pushing degenerate behavior in the black community. They don't want you to get the good shit out there. Okay? So help me get the good shit out there by sharing, liking, comment. Okay? Yes. And subscribe. Love you guys. It's peace, love. And you know you gotta make the other side of the heart so hearts can connect. So it's peace, love, and cheese. I'm out of here. Love you guys.